Hello and welcome again to Just Forex Trades. My name is Ian. I'm going to be reviewing the week of the 1st to the 5th of May 2023. A bit of a slow week for myself, not really because of the markets. There was a lot of news, in fact, and some good setups. Just I was extremely busy personally, and I only got to take one trade, and luckily that trade was profitable. Could have been a bit more profitable, and also, if I held it, it could have been a loss or a break even. So I'll go through it now. It was on Euro US dollar. If I have time, or if I feel, I might review British pound US dollar, and I've started to look at British pound Japanese yen as well as other pairs, just to show you maybe from high level, like some of the setups. So again, with the Euro US dollar, daily chart's bullish, and you can see we're starting to, we have this bullish demand chain on the 4 hour. I'll just draw, like, if you have like that's a sell to buy, we break it, and then we have the sell to buy, and we break it, and then we push back down into the previous sell area, and we push up again. Now we wicked this high here, we didn't close, but again, what you'd kind of, your bias would be that price will push down into this previous sell area and then keep on going. So anyway, bullish on the daily. Going into the 4 hour, so this is my main time frame that I look at for kind of areas of interest. So in this case, demand zones, because we're in a bullish market. And you can see I have kind of future demand zones marked out here, but I'm in replay mode back to Monday, the 1st of May, back at the start of the week. So just to see where we were. Okay, this eventually was broken, but at the time on Monday, this was still the 4 hour high. Let me just draw that like that. So I'll just change this to the 4 hour high. And our 4 hour low, why does that look a bit? Yeah, our 4 hour low would have been down here. We did subsequently come along and break the, like, close above here, which caused this to be a break structure. So on Monday, this was kind of the leg we were playing in, and we had pulled all the way back down into discounted pricing below the 50% retracement, and you can see that we have this 4 hour demand zone. I refined it to the body here, and that's where price took off, and that was back in mid-April, so I've probably reviewed that in a previous video. So we came along and we swept the external range of the 4 hour and pulled back down again. So this is likely just to mitigate a further demand zone lower, and you can see here we have this low and this low, so this is equal lows, so you could like draw a line here and just deem that liquidity that's likely to be taken. This here is a good 4 hour demand zone because it's below the liquidity. So I was looking at this zone. I don't know if price hit it on Monday. Maybe it did late on Monday, but when I took my trade, price was down in this demand zone. So I thought we could get enough of a reaction from this 4 hour demand to warrant a trade, at least to push up higher. So we'll get into 15 minutes. You'll see this is where I took my entry. It subsequently did push down further, but anyway, that's it. But I was aware that we had this kind of these double bottom, so likely to get swept, like equal lows. Tap into this, so this would have been a good trade if there was a setup, of course. So this is Monday. Yep. Okay, so we'll do now. So we're in this 4 hour demand zone, and let's just look at this 15 minute price action. So this is kind of hard to see, but we have a push down, and then we have a push up and a push down, and then we have a close above this high. So this is a change of character for me. So I'll just draw that on for clarity. So actually, so my trade was Yeah, it was late. Was it late Monday? Jeez, you lose track of time. So that was my change. No, it wasn't actually. So that was my change of character down here. Now, if I had been on my charts, maybe that late, like that there, that bearish candle, that's a demand zone. So you could have taken an entry there, an early entry, with your stop below this low, and you would have been still in the trade. So I just wanted, I didn't take the trade that night. So we would have pushed all the way along until, this is all overnight price action. I'm trying to see. Okay, so here. So we have this, what's deemed a fair value gap, but I don't trade fair value gaps, and this 15-minute demand zone. Price barely taps it, if at all, but I was looking at the charts here. Yeah, I got an early entry. I was awake early, now I remember. Starting to have some senior moments. So once I saw price push down in here, and then we get this reaction, that's where I took my entry. So this is to signify my entry, and I think it was when we broke that candle, I took that, and I would have had my stop probably underneath that demand zone, and I think I was only targeting a 1-to-1. I didn't think price was going to get back up here, because I really thought we were targeting that 4-hour demand below. So it was probably a bit of a hasty trade, and the reason why I probably took it is because I'm currently going for funding, and I'm profitable and very close to the target. So I'm really pushing trades that I wouldn't take normally. So that was the trade, and I got out here. So I'll just bring up my screenshot, and this is my CTrader IC Markets Live, and you can see that this is selected to current week, which is the 1st to the 7th of May. So I only had that one entry on Euro US dollar, and it was a short 1-to-1, trying to hit that target. Now for the rest of the week, I wasn't really on the charts, just extremely busy in other parts of my life. So let's just come out of this and go to the 4-hour very quickly and see what else could have happened during the week. So this was this 4-hour demand zone that I was trying to trade off. Actually, let's just go back to that on the 15 and see what happened. So that was the 4-hour I was trying to trade off, and then there's the liquidity. See this O? I've written it in twice. That's that liquidity on the 4-hour, and we came in and tapped into that 4-hour demand zone below it. So let's just zoom in here and see what happened. So you can see we had that change of character. I got my entry, got my 1-to-1. Price did push up a bit higher, and then subsequently came down and flushed all the stops underneath those equal lows on the 4-hour. And then we had, let's just draw it. This is the price doing its thing, and there's a red candle there, and then we had a change of character here. I did have an entry set. Actually, I remember seeing this. I did have an entry set on that, probably covering, it was covering that demand zone in 15-minute, and the price never came back. It just pushed off. So you potentially could have taken a continuation trade later in the week if you're starting to see that kind of bullish chain, which isn't very clear. It's not like you're having to see a bullish chain form. You'd want to have big push-ups into an area of demand, and then a push-up again with your new area demand here, and seeing that respected, and then a push up again, and then seeing this new area of demand respected. That's a chain. Here, price is just trickling upwards. It's not very clear that you're getting a very clear chain, but it's a good. It then went and broke that 4-hour high, as you can see, and put in a new 4-hour high. Yeah, I'll leave it there. There was 1 or 2 entries maybe on British pound, US dollar, and British pound, Japanese yen. I'll start bringing them into the videos, as I'm not taking any live trades on it. I'm just kind of doing some forward testing and taking notes. But that was it for Euro US dollar for me. 1 hour trade on the week. Some people might think that's small, but listen, it's all relative. So just got to keep consistent in the approach. 2, 3, 4, 5% a month is kind of life changing. If you're talking about, well, it depends on what your personal account is and potential funding. So looking forward to the next week. I'm actually away, so I'm not sure if I'll get to look at the charts much, but I'll definitely try and take a trade because I've got a little bit more percentage to try and hit on my funding. I'm definitely I'm qualified for a free repeat, but I definitely want to try and get it. So anyway, that's it for the week of the 1st to the 5th of May. Thanks for watching.